I'll start with you, Mom. Do you have any ghost stories?
No, but
Why do you look so excited?
because your birthday present.
Oh, is it about ghost stories?
Might play into that somehow.
Oh.
So you don't have any ghost stories?
Let's
It's
see.
okay, you don't
I've had
have to have.
out of body experience, but
Yeah,
that's
tell
not
me about
but that's
that.
not a ghost story.
Well, it's supernatural. How do you explain that? Ghost.
I don't know how
God.
you explain it.
Let's hear about
Okay, so this was a long, long time ago.
How long ago? BG? Before Gary?
No,
Nothing's that long. Nothing
No.
that old.
no.
People
But
don't remember those
I
days.
I don't know if I should
the-
tell this story
Hold on,
on
what's that?
the
Uh-oh.
air.
People are saying the gain on the mics is too much.
Too much gain?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's too loud. It's like tearing. We have a problem with the sound, Dan? Okay. Sorry, guys. We're fixing that. I can't wait to hear about this.
If you say, I don't know if I should tell this story, the answer is no, you shouldn't.
Okay.
No. What? No.
Okay,
Wha-
I'm
oh,
coming-
is it drug related? Drugs
No,
are fine.
no. It's nothing about drugs.
Tell me about it. Let's hear it. This is the juice. This is why we come together. This is interesting. It's rocking.
You seem worried.
It's a little wild and weird.
I don't know if I should say.
La 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 la. Go ahead.
No, I want to hear it. Come on. You can't not now.
Well,
Oh, this doesn't
oh
sound
no,
good.
Do you
I
know
don't
what
know.
it is,
I
Dad?
don't know if I should.
I have
say.
no idea where she's going.
Whisper
That's
in
why
Dad's
I'm
ear.
scared.
Whisper in Dad's ear.
No.
All
Do
right,
I even
so-
know this?
So the sound is fine.
I don't think
Okay,
so.
sounds back. Okay,
Oh,
then we
I
have.
don't even know
we
it.
need this story.
Oh, this is dangerous.
Come on, how dangerous can it be? Tell us
It
the
could be
story.
really
Find out.
dangerous. Can I tell you off the air?
Yeah, sure. Everyone listening would love to hear you tell it off the air. No, you're committed now.
How
Okay,
can it
people
be?
don't
Let's go.
listen.
Spring it.
Okay,
Let's go.
all right, all
Let's
right.
hear it.
Do you want to write it first for us? And we...
She was ready to tell
Okay,
the
tell
story.
it. Okay, tell the
Let me
story.
call my attorney first.
All
Is
right,
this going to
well-
end in me filing for divorce papers or
No,
something? Okay,
no,
good.
no. Your father and I have been married for 42 years.
42 years.
Wow.
42 years.
Seems like a long time.
Yes. And all marriages have ups and downs. There's no such perfect marriage. And we got married when we were young, and there was a time in our relationship where we broke up for a little bit. I don't know if you remember that.
I mean, I know
it
the
was,
story.
It was like way before you were born.
Are you playing stuff?
No, I'm not.
This
Yes,
is like
you
the
are,
fifth
Gary.
time.
You
How are
can't
you
hear
playing
anything.
audio?
Jerry,
What the hell?
ADD.
You're
come on.
chewing, you're playing stuff. This is out of control.
I don't know
Okay.
why you stop. Please
Just
So-
mute it. Just turn off
Yeah,
the sound.
I know,
out.
It's done.
Here's a
Please.
tip. You gotta
Stop.
mute it.
Just mute it. You could. All right,
Louise.
Mom,
Stop
we're
picking
ready.
on me.
Oh my God! Well, stop doing what you're doing. So, anyway, so this was a time in my life, a short time, when I was with another person, and I was actually in
You guys
bed.
weren't together. You blew it.
Yeah,
No
we
wonder I never heard this story.
I
Please
was
continue.
I was actually in bed, and this other person was sleeping, and I was up. At least I thought I was up. Maybe I was sleeping, and I just remember I was somehow I was like flying, and I was looking down on myself and this other person, and I thought for a minute that this was really cool that I was flying, and then I got scared.
She's like, what the
And
fuck?
yeah, I got scared. And then I remember I took my hand and I tried to grab myself to hold on to not like fly away from my body. And my hand went through
Weird.
my body. And I thought, oh my God, am I dead? What's happening?
Crazy.
And then at the last minute, when I realized that maybe this is not a
dream?
good thing, maybe this isn't a dream, maybe something horrible has happened to me, I screamed out your father's name. I did. I swear to God. I
That's
said,
a wonderful story.
I screamed
Let's
out
not-
your name because I wanted you, and I think we got back together.
You have such good
afterwards.
taste.
Wow, that was a wonderful story. What was the problem with that story?
I was in
I have
bed
no problem
sleeping
with
with
that
another
story.
Well, you weren't
man.
together. You
no,
had a
we were not.
breakup.
No, we weren't.
Let's talk about how much fun I had
Never
during
mind.
the
I
disco
don't wanna-
era
I
when
don't
we
wanna
were
hear
broken
about
up.
that.
Hold on, wait. So
I don't
what do
wanna hear
you think? Maybe it could be like a sleep paralysis thing. Maybe.
Maybe I don't know. I mean, it couldn't have been real. I couldn't have been flying, but it seemed so real.
You
'cause
could
I
have
was
been flying.
I was looking down on myself, and I wanted
You
an
thought
anchor.
you were awake.
Maybe you're
Yeah, I thought I was awake.
maybe you're a warg.
I don't think
Evil
so
much
because
into
I
the
was.
details,
I wasn't
we're-
in something else. It was just
So-
me. So that was my weird.
How did it end?
I woke up. I was screaming for Dad's name, and then I woke up.
You're not the first woman to do that.
Okay,
Oh,
come on.
come
We're trying to make this a
on.
nice moment.
Jeez.
Christ.
Jeez
I can hear
Louise.
laughter from the
One,
people
one,
over
one
there.
thing happened to me that was really weird. This is when your sister was a little baby. She was like maybe 4. Well, not a little baby. She was maybe like 4.
Yeah.
But
That's
this
not
was
a baby.
this is before both you and your brother were born.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was having a weird dream, a monster dream, and it kind of was freaking me out. And I woke up, and Jessica came into the room, and she said, "Mom, I'm having this monster dream," and she wanted to like crawl into bed with us for security because she was having it was the same dream that
You
I
guys
was
were having
having.
the same dream.
The same dream.
That's bizarre.
that was really weird.
Have you guys spoke about that? Like
all
now?
the time.
Huh.
All the time. We both made. I mean, it was
That's
something we
pretty spooky.
remembered.
Yeah.
Like I've heard about people having the same dream. That's really weird that
And
that can happen.
yeah, and I woke up when she came
Whoa.
into my room and told me that she was having this monster dream.
Ooh.
And
Monster dreams.
Yeah.
Very spooky.
yeah, so that's about all.
Did you have any Monster Energy drink that night by any chance?
No, I don't think they had those.
All right, I'm just asking.
Dad, do you have any ghost stories?
No, not.
You're like me. You're very. I feel like
I'm
you're
very
more,
empirical.
Yeah.
I've just had my weird dream stories like Mom, too, like the one with the
Oh.
movie poster and
Wait, you got to
my
tell that. Do you
biological
mind
father.
telling that
No.
story?
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
I think
the
it's
movie
really,
poster.
it's really interesting, and I
Yes.
see the effect it had on you.
Yeah. It's, well, I was, my wonderful mother, Eileen, was way ahead of her time. She got married very young, married her high school sweetheart, who uncle was in the movie industry. His uncle, my biological father's Leonard Katzman. His uncle was Sam Katzman, who was the king of B movies. So my mother, though, was divorced when I was about 4 and a half or so. So we became a single mom, divorced, working, and no one did that back in the 50s. And my father worked for his uncle on doing movies. He ended up going to a lot of fame and fortune. He wrote Who Shot JR? Anyone who knows Dallas, he wrote and produced, all of the famous Dallas shows. So he had a tremendous amount of success. And I was actually in a movie because of his uncle, he was shooting a movie called The Magic Carpet, which was in probably 1951. And it starred Lucille Ball and Raymond Burr and all these people who no one knew who they were back then. And they needed a baby to be laid on a magic carpet and fly out the window and grow into someone else. Who had a baby? Well, Lenny Katzman had a baby, which was me. So I was on the magic carpet. I flew out the window. I grew up and I came back as John Agar, who no one even knows now, who I would never have cast to grow up as me. But there you have it. So I knew that there was a poster or something about this movie, but it was so small you never hear anything about it. It's never on TV anymore. But there's
It's a small-time movie.
very small-time movie, right?
B movie.
Sam Katzman, B movies, 1951.
Can you even find it on IMDb? Does it even have a page?
It exists, and I always look for it on TV just to see if I was in it. And there's a
Billing.
tremendous company called Heritage Auctions, and they do movie poster auctions and collectibles, and I think they're one of the biggest auction companies in the country. So I put a search in for them for The Magic Carpet, the movie I was in. And this was, really almost as soon as the internet started going,
Decades
and Heritage
ago.
Auctions existed, right, probably 15 years ago at least.
Okay.
And it was there, nothing. And about 6-7 months ago, I had the oddest dream because I was legally adopted by Mike Klein, the wonderful man who raised me, took me as his own child, legally adopted. So I gave up the Katzman name. I never, really even thought, had a dream, had any concepts about, what Lenny was doing aside from Dallas and all that stuff. But about 6-7 months ago, I had a really odd dream where I was kind of like a fly on a wall, kind of an ethereal spirit floating around. And I could see a guy who I knew was my father, Leonard Katzman, standing in front of a movie theater, pointing at the, the windows they have in front with the posters of the movies there. And he was standing with a bunch of his friends, standing there talking to them, pointing at it. Now, I couldn't, actually hear what they were saying, but I knew as clearly as I'm sitting here looking at you, I knew exactly what was going, that it was my father, and he was talking to his friend saying, look, this is me. This is the first movie I've looked at, this is pretty cool, right? And I woke up after that, and it was just very profound, of the fact I had dreamt about my biological father, who I had never, ever had a dream about before.
Did you ever meet him?
Yeah, I did. Let's go back to that.
Okay.
Remind me of that. So, I woke up and I told Mom, I was like, wow, I had the weirdest dream. I was up in the air floating, and I saw my biological father, talking about this. And of course, Mom didn't remember it when I came to her later, which was very disappointing. But anyway, so about 3 weeks, a month after having this really weird dream, I get a notice from Heritage Auctions after 15 years, the Magic Carpet movie poster is now available.
Yeah, and you've been looking for it all
I've
your
been looking
life.
15 years. I'd had a search up for that.
And how long between that
This
dream?
was like 2 weeks after I had had that weird dream
Wild.
of my father pointing at this poster.
Right.
So just, the odds of those things being not connected
It's really wild.
just seem very weird. And again, like you, I'm very empirical. I'm very scientific. I don't believe
where I
in
get it from.
mumbo jumbo. But
I don't believe in ghosts.
just, the odds of that happening it just seems so weird that, I believe in the strange contradiction that you control what happens in your life, but certain things are destined or fated to happen, which is a total oxymoron. But that's what I believe. I believe I was destined to meet your mother. Certain things just happen in life. Now, of course, your brother will argue till he can't talk anymore that this doesn't happen. But,
Well, it's a philosophical debate. There's
Yeah.
no correct answer to it.
but to have that dream, and then a couple weeks later, after 15 years, to have that movie poster up, just,
That is really,
Pretty
Yeah.
weird.
really bizarre.
I don't
Yeah.
believe in coincidences. And that was just
That one's
too
pretty-
strange of a coincidence. So now I have that movie poster. I actually should have
bought
brought
it.
it with me.
Yeah.
I bought it.
That's great.
Yeah,
I
I bought
love
it.
that.
And one, so it came up for auction. So I bid on it like $25, $30. And someone bid against me. And it's like, dude, I don't know who
I
you
had
are.
the dream, Doug. I
Yeah.
had the dream.
Everyone else in this movie is dead. So I know you have no connection because I was only 6 months old when this movie was made.
Right,
So,
right.
maybe some people are alive, but, no one has any interest. And it's like, dog, I'm winning this poster. I don't care how much it
So
takes.
how high did it get?
And it ended up only costing me like $50 or something.
He wasn't that invested.
Yeah, exactly. That's
He
what
didn't
I
have any
figured.
dreams about it,
Right.
probably.
Yeah, no
So I
dreams.
have it. I haven't gotten it framed yet.
Yeah, we need to get it framed.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. It was nice to have
So-
that after thinking about it for so long.